So this is the problem that we're going to attempt to solve today, and I think a lot of people out there have got, similar to us, a big box of Lego, which is multiple kits that are all scrambled up. Okay, so this is the app, and this is the scanning screen at the moment. But if we put onto the mice, if we go to My Sets and press that, this will open up the screen where you store all the sets. So at the moment, it's populated with the sets that we've got here, and you can see also that it's saying Gybio Pro. Gybio means get your bricks in order. When you open it and sign up, this is the paid for version, so we have unlimited sets. But even if you don't pay for it, you get 3 sets that you can put in, so you can still play around with it and obviously see if you can put the sets back together. So it'll still work even an unpaid version. So basically, as you scroll down, you can see what sets are in there. You'll be able to see as well, there's a percentage. It tells you how many pieces are left. So if we look at the back wing there, it's 9% complete with 43 pieces left to find. So it's going to give you a bit of an update. And then if you click on it, so let's have a look at back wing. It will also show you, there's all the rundown. So you've got the obviously picture of the set. You've got the year it came out. It's pulled that data through, and then you can actually have a filter inside, which shows you can either filter by color, and you can also filter by shape as well, which is really useful. And I will come back to tell you a bit more about how best to use that. So on this main screen, there's also the area where you actually input the sets to start with. So if we were to look at putting a set on there, I don't have this set, but one might assume that I do. So say, for example, 31006, search, and there you go. So that's a highway speedster, 286 parts. And if I want to add that to my catalog of kits, I can go add, and then that's just gone through and that will have added. So then I can clear that off. But if I go down now, you can see there's the highway speedster. So if we open it up, there's all the parts, and it can obviously tell you the quantities that you need, etc. So if you haven't got an instruction number, there is ways around it. So you could put in actually the name. So for example, if it was a Star Wars product, you could put in Star Wars. You could search on that, and there you go. There's all the products from Lego, because it will not only pull the kits, but it pulls out everything that has Star Wars in the title. Maybe a better way, it's a bit of a wide ranging one, that. So maybe put in if you put in Millennium there we go, this Falcon, there you go, and there you go. So that helps you to find other sets. If you go online, there's plenty of websites as well with the databases of all the sets on as well, so you can go through them on there. And you should, over a period of time, if you click on them as well, you'll see bigger pictures, so you should hopefully be able to work out which ones you had. And we are looking at adding in I'm going to look at adding in a feature where if you can find like a really unusual part and you scan it, it will tell you all the sets that's in. So hopefully unusual part might be in like 20 sets. You can then scroll down and hopefully identify it off the picture of the sets that piece was in. But that's obviously a new feature that will be coming soon, hopefully. Okay, so really, once you've added all your sets, you're then in a position where you're ready to start searching for things. So one area that I do need to point out is, in some circumstances, what I found is that you'll have sets that have that you might already still be built, or you don't want them to be included in the pieces included because for some reason you know that it's already built, or there's some other reason there. So there's an option to say that the kits don't get included in the search catalog, and that's what these are, where it says not in scans. So in this case, these are my son's. He's got them already built. They're in his room. So for example, like this Obi-Wan Kenobi. So if you go to here where it says include in piece search, at the moment that's off. If I put it on, it will go back into the search again, and all the pieces will be included in the search. But in this case, we want it off because I know for a fact that one's built. So it's back off, and there we go. So you can basically exclude kits from the search catalog, but in the meantime, you don't have to delete them out of your catalog, so you know that they're always there. Okay, so the way that I think the best strategy and what I found to approach to putting the sets back together again is step is to pick one of the colors and separate it out. The second part of the process is to try and use the sort by part option. Obviously by the color, choose the correct color, and then what we're going to do is whilst you're looking for parts, you can see here that I've picked out these are classed as a brick, and they're a 1x2. So I've got obviously 6 of them there, and that's a pretty standard size for Lego, isn't it? So we've got plenty of those. Now I can go into sort, I can go into the color, I can go into the shape, and I can go 1x2. So we know that we've found 32, but there's 62 left to find. It will show you the different types of 1x2, which we know that there is, which is the second one down is the one I want, the simplistic one. I can click on that, and I can see that 7 of those, so I've got 6 here at the moment, can go into the deluxe brick box set. And that really is the simplest way to start with, is to pick those colors out and then pick standardized shapes. So actually there's another one there. So for example, we can then go, that's show you here, we can class that as a plate. So that is a 1x2 plate. And really we can go back to the sorting screen, red, 1x2 plate, and we can see all the sets that in. So if you'd gone through your whole box and you'd separated out that color, and then you go through and separate those out, you will have them all there ready to allocate to the kits. That, I believe, is the quickest way of doing it, because what you're left with then is the more unusual parts, which would be something along the lines of maybe that. And that then becomes or that, which is a large block with a groove in the middle of it. You can then scan that, which we'll do now. Yeah, and that tells us that goes in the fire station. So really, the quickest way is to go through and find all the stuff that is like really standard shaped pieces of Lego. So we're talking like bricks, 1x2s, 2x2s, and the plates as well. Get lots of those, get them all grouped together, and then find them on the sort by part and color, and allocate them out to the sets. And then what you're left with at the end, you can then scan those each individually and work out which sets that they should go in. That ends showing you how Gybio works, and the best method that I've found at the moment for putting the sets back together again. We talked about some of the new features that I'm still looking at, so hopefully we'll have those for you soon. Any feedback anyone's got for me would be really appreciated, any ways to improve it. So have a play with it, enjoy it, and hopefully it will be useful for you to, if you have a big box of Lego like I did, to start putting those kits back together.